line-dry, mid-price brands can leave clothes stiffer. Only Downy gives the most fluffy softness.
So soft on your skin, come on in.
Exclusive Chopper 13 traffic reports on Sunrise.
Tonight on The Reggie Miller Show, Reggie welcomes his sister to the warehouse, NBA analyst and basketball legend Cheryl Miller, and get a sneak preview of the 1996-97 Indiana Pacers with assistant coach Billy King, with music from the Fancy Lizards. The Reggie Miller Show is brought to you in part by Ameritech and your Lincoln Mercury dealer. And now, please welcome the man known to his friends as Big Jim. It's Reggie Miller.
This is nice. Woo! One more time for the Fancy Lizards, everybody. Oh, and while you're applauding the never-before-seen voice of the Reggie Miller Show, Jefferson G, everybody. Thank you. Wow, I must say this. You guys have picked a great show to watch tonight. Not only is it the last show for the warehouse, but I also have someone very special joining me tonight. She's known as the greatest women's basketball player of all time. She's an 8-time All-American, 4 in high school and 4 in college, a gold medal winner in the '84 games, and, by the way, she is a member of basketball's Hall of Fame. Please welcome someone I can proudly call my lovely sister, Cheryl Miller. You didn't know the Heartland was like this, did you?
Oh, my goodness, this is big time. The Reggie Miller Show.
I paid a lot of people.
And you paid them well. This is, you know what, Reggie, I have to say this, because I'm in awe, and it's awkward when you're backstage getting your makeup done with your brother. It's a little odd. It's a little odd when you're sharing the same powder with your brother. So, but you look good. I was worried about the lipstick thing, but I'm glad you kind of took that.
You're killing my good guy image, my tough guy.
I'm sorry.
They're not supposed to know I wear makeup.
But you look cute. You look cute.
Really?
Yeah, you look wonderful.
Well, you look at this.
Well, this is after the basketball season. Let's just put these in braids and come over and get on the Reggie Miller Show type of look.
We like that.
You like that? Well, thank you. Thank you.
How was your first year with Turner? Did you like it?
It was absolutely amazing. First of all, to be a part of the NBA, you know, is just an incredible opportunity. I think the biggest thrill was the first time that Rudy Tomjanovich called me. He actually returned my call. This was before the season even started.
Yeah, but you're Cheryl Miller.
No, but that's Rudy Tomjanovich.
Yeah, but you're Cheryl Miller.
I mean, come on, but it's a huge deal. And then after the season progressed and the coaches started calling me, it was thrilling. absolutely thrilling. And to be so close to you, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's always good to work with family.
Yeah, well, at times.
See, people don't understand how hard you work. You worked hard to become a TV analysis. You worked hard on the basketball court. I told them 8-time All-American. You put a lot of work in to become the best woman.
Well, you know what?
basketball player.
It's a lot of work, but you're doing what you love to do. I mean, you know that as well as I do. The hard work, you realize that after it's over.
Right.
You know, and I was very blessed to grow up in a great family, two very supportive parents. You know, you yourself, I mean, Saul Jr., Daryl, Tammy. So it was a very competitive family, but you know, we were never pushed into the game of basketball. It just evolved and it happened, and it's always like being in the right place at the right time.
Well, see, it's funny you say that we were never pushed. Dad always just let us go out in the backyard and
Right.
play. And to show people how hard you worked, we have a little clip, you know, to show the fans.
And you promised you wouldn't do
I
something
know, but
like this.
this is Cheryl working hard in the court. Look at this. Look at the dribbling. Look at the dribbling. Look at the hat though. Look how cool she is with the hat on. Oh yeah. Go. Oh, and then poses. And then poses for the camera. Isn't that great? You gotta love that.
That's horrible.
You gotta
That's
love
horrible.
it.
And you're wondering why I'm wearing braids. Did you see how I looked over there? That's why I'm wearing the braids.
Well, sit tight. We're going to talk a lot more about the Olympics and everything, and more with Cheryl Miller. And if you guys are good, maybe I'll show some more home videos if you like, okay? Right after this.
The Reggie Miller Show is brought to you in part by Marsh and by Mountain Dew.
Reggie Miller goes one-on-one with Don Marsh.
I know how much Indiana loves its basketball.
And I know how much Indiana loves its Pacers.
That's why we've always supported the Pacers.
Marsh is a great supermarket, so I'm glad to be teaming up with you to tell...
Excuse me, Mr. Marsh? I hate to interrupt, but may I please have your autograph?
Sure. Thank you.
I just love your commercials.
Marsh gonna make you smile.
Come to think of it, Mr. Marsh, I love those commercials, too.
Child's play.
Whoa. Shaken, not stirred.
Nothing's more intense than slamming a dude.
Holding Court with Cheryl and Reggie is brought to you by your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
It's drive one out of the park nine at your Lincoln Mercury dealer. A home run with 2.9% financing for up to 48 months or $600 cash back on the exciting Mercury Mystique or the hot-selling Mercury Sable. Either way, you'll drive home a winner with total savings of up to $4,010 on Sable LS and up to $3,222 on Mystique GS. But hurry, you've only got a few days left to get into the game. Miss it, and you're out.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury now.
Still shaving with soap and water? Try Skintimate Shave Gel or new Skintimate Shave Cream. Each with 75% moisturizer, including vitamin E. Soften, smooth, and protect against nicks with Skintimate. And drench your legs in moisture.
Wow, one more time for the Fancy Lizards, everybody. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice. Thanks for joining us. We're talking with 84 Olympic gold medal Cheryl Miller. Now, I'm getting ready for the Atlanta Games, right?
Right.
And I'll tell you the truth, I'm kind of nervous. And people are saying, what do you mean nervous for? You're playing with the greatest team of all time. But That's not what I'm so nervous about. It's
Right.
opening ceremonies, you know, being around the athletes. I'm getting kind of caught up. How was it back in '84?
It was unbelievable. And the good thing about it is, you know, when you first walk into the Olympic Stadium where all the different teams and nations are assembled, I mean, '84 was different because we were all wearing polyester. So I'm sure that, you know, you guys are going to be better outfitted, but it is the most, it's the most amazing feeling. You know, it's your whole life you play in, whether it's your high school jersey or your collegiate jersey, and when you have the opportunity to wear a jersey that an entire nation absolutely adores, that's an honor.
Very well said. Very well said. Now, you guys were favored to win the gold medal, and you steamrolled through the competition. Who was your toughest foe back? Was it Russia? Was it China?
Yeah, just watch how you go back. Okay, watch that back stuff.
Not
but,
that
you
far
know,
back.
yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. Back then, I'll say it myself, it was the Russian team. And they had a 7'2" female center named Uliana Simonova, who is now inducted into the Hall of Fame. And this woman, if you ever, Uli, that's what they used to call her, Uli. If you ever remember the old James Bond movies, 007, and remember Jaws with the metal teeth?
Yeah.
She could have been his sister. I mean, this woman, straight up, was just huge. But for, I'd say, about 25 to 27 years, the United States women's team wasn't able to beat the Soviet team. And then, you know, we beat them after a couple, and then there came along
the greatest women's basketball player of all time.
Well, no.
And then we won the gold medal.
Yeah, that's pretty simple.
Yeah. Okay, now you know this year's women's Olympic team has been together the whole year.
Full year.
The coach from Stanford took off a whole year to coach them. They went
yeah.
like 51-0 in all their exhibition games.
Right.
Does it look pretty promising for them?
It's just like you guys. If they don't come home with anything then other than the gold medal, it is a huge defeat for women's basketball, especially with the prospects of a women's national professional basketball league. So
that the NBA is backing.
That the NBA, the two leagues are actually backing it. So it's do or die for women's basketball in general. But this team, if you ever get the opportunity to go out and watch these women play, are absolutely fantastic.
Okay, now I promised I would show them one more home video. Okay,
They're all here though. Hey.
Take a look at your monitor. I don't know who this. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, look. Oh. What did you do?
What did you
do? What did you do? You gotta like Gilligan's hat playing ball. You gotta like that.
Reggie, you were a little Q-tip.
You were so cute back then, you know? Oh, we learned a lot from one another. We learned a great deal. You know, so much has been said and written about, you know, me beating you and you beating me, but the bottom line is I know I wouldn't be where I am today without your support. So, you know, my brother. When we come back, we'll be joined by another special guest in the warehouse, Billy King, right after this.
It's drive one out of the park time at your Lincoln Mercury dealers. Hit a home run with the lowest lease price of the year on the totally redesigned Mercury Sable, just $212 a month. Or get 2.9% financing on a 96 Sable with V6 power, dual airbags, and room for 5 or 6. No wonder sales are up. This is one hot player. But hurry, you've only got a few days left to get into the game. Miss it, and you're out.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury now.
Why is SkyTrack weather on Eyewitness News Indiana's #1 choice?
Dear Bob Gregory, our kids were out on 465 right before the storms hit central Indiana. Fortunately, I was watching your broadcast and was able to inform them over their cellular phones every 5 to 10 minutes about what was happening. My kids safely made it to their destinations. Thank you. Now you have a lifetime viewer. Marcia Renner, Noblesville.
SkyTrack weather on Eyewitness News. It's weather coverage you can count on.
Going to New Delhi, down to your banging.
Speed up. Thunder.
Welcome to an Ameritech test town, where folks try out real breakthroughs in communications technology.
Hello? Just the brother-in-law. You still using that passive display?
If a product doesn't make it out of here, it doesn't make it out.
Charlie? Hello?
Charlie?
Those buttons are too small.
Separate checks, guys?
I'll get it.
Because if technology doesn't work for people,
Anyone know how to make this thing stop flashing 12?
it doesn't work. Ameritech, your link to better communication.
Whoa! Thank you. One more time for the Fancy Lizards, everybody. My next guest is a very important part of the coaching staff. He's a two-time All-American at Duke University, and now he's an assistant coach with us at the Pacers. Please give a warm welcome to Billy King. King. The man in black.
Well, you know what, though? I know where my hair went, though. I saw the video of Cheryl earlier. That's where she had it all back there.
So we starting it out like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I know.
Well, now, was I very kind by saying a two-time All-American at Duke? You went to the Final Four once, right?
Twice.
Did you guys win it, right? Oh, no, you didn't. You did.
Let's see. UCLA.
We won it the year before last. Yeah, last year we won.
Yeah. So, but when you were there, though,
we won NIT, though.
I just wish we could have played you.
See,
Duke,
now Billy was the defensive stopper for Duke. We were the same year, and I was, of course, Reggie Miller. All right. So he's saying that he could have stopped me.
He would not have got his average.
I averaged like 30. I would have had 35.
No.
And then talking to you all the
maybe,
way to the locker room.
You got maybe 18, 15.
That's it?
You got ejected. That got you talking. Somebody said they're throwing tees.
That's my game.
Well, I thought you said you don't talk trash.
No, I don't. Only on certain occasions. All right, let's talk about all these trades. Forget about you and I.
Trades?
Yeah, you know, we sent Mark to Denver, and we got Jalen in, we got Reggie in, and everyone's like coming up to you and I, and we're working out. What's the deal? Tell everybody.
Well, you know, it was tough to trade Mark and Ricky because we felt that, you know, they were integral parts, but we thought we had to make some changes. And with yourself being unsigned and Dale and Antonio and the major part of the team, Rick, and the possibility of getting the 10th pick from Denver was appealing to us. So now we get a young player in Jalen. A lot of Indiana people may not like Jalen because he played at Michigan, but we feel being 6'8", he can play 1, 2, or 3, and to get the 10th pick, we're going to get a good young player as well. I know everybody's saying, are you going to take the 10th pick, take one of the Davises, and try to get Barkley? You know, I think that's what we're trying to do. But right now, I don't think there's any talk of getting Barkley. Just for the fact that we like the team we got now, and and we feel we can add some players to the draft and get you re-signed, get Dale re-signed, and Tony re-signed. We think we'll have a chance to beat the Bulls or whoever is in our way.
Is this considered a very deep draft?
It is for the fact that the top 10 players or 12 players are really good. From that point on, guys are going to be players that take a year or two to develop. But I think there's some young players like Samaki Walker from Louisville's a good player, Lorenzo Wright from Memphis, and then Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant. There's some players in there that
Who's the sleeper in the draft? Cheryl, I know you know a lot about that.
Well, my opinion is, I mean, this season has been, or this particular draft has been the mass exodus for underclassmen.
Right.
And I know a lot has been said and written about, trying to keep the players in, but I think if there's any player that's going to step up and make a huge impact, it will be Kobe Bryant. I know you disagree a little bit, but I think he has the package. He can shoot intermediate. He can create his own shots. I think he can do it.
At 18, 19?
That's the thing.
Well, 18, he's young. But I don't think that he's the type of player where you're going to have to worry about trying to develop for the next 3 years and then you lose the guy because with this new rule, you only have a guy signed as a rookie for 3 years. And either you're going to develop in the first 2 or you're going to lose him to potentially a better team.
Yeah, but at 18, I think everybody saw, Kevin Garnett and thought that, if he can do it, anybody. But Kevin was more mature off the court than a lot of people thought, and being 6'10" was a lot easier. Kobe coming in is 6'5", you know, he's got to play. That's a position where you got your brother, you got Michael. I mean, those are positions where the guys are really good. And I think he'll be good, but also he has a chance to be a guy that, you know, can get somewhere if he's not with the right team. If he goes to a bad team, I think he'll have a hard time.
I think if you take any underclassman of his stature and he's not in the right place, you know, they're going to have a tough time making that adjustment. But I do believe with, you know, when you're talking about drafting, you're talking about potential. So, you know, if he's with the right team, the guy has potential to be a superstar.
He hasn't been going on a lot of visits as well. I think he's kind of picking his visits where he wants to go to.
He's trying to pick and choose which teams, you know, because a lot of players, they travel in and you work them out. And he's told certain people he doesn't want to go there. And I think that's hurt him where he's going to drop a little bit in the draft. But, you know, only time will tell.
Most definitely.
You know, I like this. Bob Costas, Peter Vesey. This is really nice to have this on our show. You know?
I like to pick on Cheryl a little bit.
You know, Billy, you know, you're my guy. I always call you during the season. You're always helping me out, so.
I'm just glad you don't say, well, I was talking to Billy yesterday, and he said this guy's terrible.
I'm
just glad you didn't do that.
I would never do
Billy King and Cheryl Miller, more right with them after this. And after the break, we'll hear a number from the Fancy Lizards and the Farewell to the Warehouse right after this, okay? Hope to see you soon.
Training is such a bore.
Nothing's more intense than slamming a dude. Well, Andre's really on fire. Whoa. Gotta hand it to those new coaches.
Bravo! Brilliant! Smash it! Good shot!
Out. The Marsh Fresh Idea Card. So versatile, you could say the sky's the limit. Like when you make purchases with your Marsh Fresh Idea Card, it goes toward points for the Marsh Computers for Communities program. That means new computers for schools, churches, and nonprofit organizations. The Marsh Fresh Idea Card, the most valuable thing in your wallet. For more information on Computers for Communities, call 1-800-811-4567. Rappin' with Reggie is brought to you by Marsh.
For the first time ever, see the name behind the call waiting beep.
Charles, if I'd heard, I would have told you. Oh, wait, got a call. Nope, not him. So wait, it's him.
Caller ID now works with call waiting. To see the name behind the beep free for 30 days, call 1-800-709-LINK today.
Congratulations, sweetie. Our granddaughter has my eyes and, your hair.
Ameritech, your link to better communication.
It's drive one out of the park time at your Lincoln Mercury dealers. Hit a home run with 2.9% financing for up to 48 months or $600 cash back on the exciting Mercury Mystique or the hot-selling Mercury Sable. Either way, you'll drive home a winner with total savings of up to $4,010 on Sable LS and up to $3,222 on Mystique GS. But hurry, you've only got a few days left to get into the game. Miss it, and you're out.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury now.
The Reggie Miller Show is brought to you in part by your Lincoln Mercury dealer and by Ameritech. Don't miss next week, the season finale, Reggie from the Belmont Studios with John Mellencamp.
My musical guest tonight describes themselves as a full-tail psychedelic boogie original rock band. With a description like that, I should say no more. Please welcome the Fancy Lizards.
Celebrate your sister, I surrender, love and whispers. Skip a story across my heart and hope to die my soul. A different shade, the spectrum showdown blue. And I swear no more I roam and went from home so far. It was more than a vibrate, a friend and a smile, and pick me up in your car. I celebrated, yeah, yes I would be. Celebration, sister. celebration, sister. I've built everything I own. My tackle box with the wetsuit, inflatable touchstone phone. My mama Taylor, that no more will I roam. Won't stop building a day. Well, neither was Phoenix. Take back your feelings and fly your tears away. I celebrate it. Yeah, yes I will. Celebration, sister.
Give it up one more time for the Fancy Lizards. Wow. Well, thanks for watching. Join me next week when I take a trip to the small town of Belmont, Indiana, where I had an exclusive interview with the one and only John Mellencamp. That's something you definitely won't want to miss. I want to thank everyone for making this show such a great success. I think you need to start straight at the top. Rod Porter, Rich Pegram, Jim Simmons, Greg Young, Dave Calabro, Pat Carlini, who was here, Kevin Martledge, Trevor Zestovich, Mike Jackson, Chad Stevens, Jeremy Swift, Amy Purty, and the rest of the crew that made this show a big success, I think, right? Yes. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week. All righty. Hey, take us home, Fancy Lizards. Please.
The Reggie Miller Show is brought to you in part by Mountain Dew and Marsh. Guests on the show receive dinner for two at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Ruth Chris, home of serious sports fans. Furniture for the Reggie Miller Show is provided by Kittle.